Hello again. Okay, so now I'm hoping that you're comfortable, clear desk, everything's ready. Let's get into it. Okay, so to begin with, what I'd like to do, please, is to just do some gentle brainstorming to get some reference points. I'm going to go through this list that you can see on your screen, and as I'm going through, what I'd like you to do on a piece of paper or a document, please note down anything that triggers any thoughts in your mind. Typically, whenever there's a disparity or a conflict in our minds, it's usually negative. Sometimes it can be positive. For example, someone might be so excited all of the time that they're unable to concentrate, and then they could have issues due to that. But usually it's negative. So as I go through this list, try and think about yourself and any of these that could be triggers for you. So, the first one, expectations. Now, this is key. This is something that triggers many people because everybody has different expectations at different times about different things. For example, perhaps you're at work in your team and you always work extremely hard, but there's other people who aren't working as hard. Your expectations are not being met, and therefore this could cause some sort of emotional conflict. It could be similar at home. Perhaps, your husband, your wife is not pulling their weight with the housework, and you expect them to be doing as much as you. So, could expectations be something that is an issue for you? If it is, please write it down. Next one is needs and desires. Perhaps you really need something to make you happy or to make you feel satisfied, or you desire something that you haven't yet got, and this is something that is constantly on your mind. If there is anything you can think of, please write it down. The next one, motivation and drive. Perhaps you're not feeling motivated. Perhaps you feel as if you're in the wrong job, you could do better, therefore you're not feeling so driven to do the work or to even progress because you can't see light at the end of the tunnel. That could be something that is top of your list. If so, please write it down. Or perhaps an attitude that you have or an opinion that you have is different to somebody else, maybe in your close network, maybe somebody at work, maybe even with your family. Now, the inner voice noise can be the most challenging. The reason is because a lot of us don't even realize it's happening. But in truth, if we're not talking to other people, typically we're talking to ourselves. And this inner voice noise usually is not the best. Sometimes it can be. Maybe your inner voice noise on the way to work is, "Hey Dave, you're going to have a great day today. It's going to be fantastic. You're going to get a promotion. It'll all be tickety-boo." Usually that's not the case. Usually our inner voice noise is warning us or giving us fear. Fear, I believe, is an acronym for false evidence appearing real. And this is often very true. I'll explain why later in the course. But that is often what the inner voice noise does. It's us talking to ourselves about things that haven't happened, probably won't happen, but it makes us scared and it takes all of our attention and focus, listening, and even mentally discussing it with our inner selves. The next one on the list is limiting beliefs. This is absolutely huge across many people in the world. And this is extremely damaging because in somebody's own mind, they might be telling themselves, "I can't do this. This is impossible. I'm not good enough. I don't have the skills." When in actual fact, they do. And it's the limiting beliefs that are holding them back. Are any of these true for you so far? If so, I hope you're writing them down. Now, the last one, strengths and weaknesses. This is connected to the limiting beliefs. Sometimes we believe that we have the strength, but maybe we're not progressing enough or we can't understand why. Or maybe we feel we're too weak and we're unable to do things, unable to do it. Now, we're going to be looking at some tools later on how you can focus on your strengths and build up your weaknesses so that this will not be a limiting belief for you, which will actually in turn directly help your internal voice noise. So these are all interconnected in some way or form. Now, as I've been going through this list, maybe you've been thinking, oh yes, there's this particular thing is something that really triggers me or is essential for me. Anything, whatever it is, just make a note of it so that then you can come back to it later and use it in one of the following exercises. So please do that now, make your list. And just one thing I'd like to say, please, if you're not sure whether you should put it down or not, put it down anyway. It's better to have it on the list rather than not have it there at all. And yeah, if you want to, you can dismiss it later if need be. But it's best to put it all down. Okay, so make your list then, please. Brainstorm away, and I will see you in the next module. Many thanks.